It's that time again. Week 2 starts up tonight with Thursday Night Football. But before we get to that, let's go over to week 1 and see how I did. I was 9-7, losing the first game, which was the Chiefs and the Lions by 1 point. But I'm actually proud of the Lions. Do what they had to do. A lot of people want to put an asterisk on it, saying, well, because they didn't have certain players out there, and it's like that's football. So there are gonna be times where you don't have certain players. So I lose that one, and I also lose the Panthers Falcons one. I figured that game would be close, but then Bryce Young started. I'm not gonna fault the rookies for their performances week 1. I didn't expect them to play as well, considering it'd be the first actual game against full starters. Bryce Young looked good in the first half. Second half, but that's okay. The Bengals absolutely shit the bed. I don't even know how you even do that. But then I remembered, even no matter how many times the Bengals say they address the O line, you can't really put a wall against Myles Garrett. He'll cross you over and get through. Yeah, but under 100 yards passing with that three-headed monster at receiver. All I know is I saw a whole bunch of Bengals fans going on the Chiefs for losing to the Lions by a point. The Browns destroyed the Bengals by 21. And Burrow got benched in the fourth quarter because of it. Then we got the Jags and the Colts. Now, the Jags made this game closer than it needed to be. And then I saw something about how they have never won in Indy for 5 years. But then Indy has never won a week 1 opener. So one of these, barring a tie, one of those was going to give. And it looked like the Colts were going to do it because Anthony Richardson was playing really well. He was, of the three rookie quarterbacks that got drafted in the first round, Anthony Richardson was the best one of the three. But, the Jags turned it on and they ended up getting that game. The Vikings, disappointed. I didn't think, but to his credit, Baker Mayfield played amazing. And that Buccaneers team, I thought they would be, a little down week 1 without Brady first game, and they'll pick it up. No, they were good right from the bat. Kirk Cousins, man, he needs to stop forcing passes. Then we got the 49ers and the Steelers. Now, before this game, they were hyping up this game to be something amazing between Pickett and Purdy. A first round pick versus the last guy of the draft. And look what happened. Absolutely destroyed. All right, 49ers. The Commanders game, though, this one actually was too close for what I wanted it to be. The Cardinals defense came out to play. The offense, they can only get field goals at the end. I mean, it was raining, but it was raining a lot of places. Yeah, I expect the Commanders to pick that up. Then we got the Texans and the Ravens. Not offensively, not a good showing by the Ravens offense, but I'll credit that to week 1 rust and everything because not a lot of the starters played for the Ravens in the preseason. C.J. Stroud, he played well. It was just unfortunate for him that he had to go up against a defense that was the Ravens. I think if he had gone against any other team that didn't have a strong a mid or higher defense, he would have been okay. We'll see how he does next week. But that was good. Although I am sad, too many injuries, and we lost J.K. Dobbins again. Sad. I can't function, man. I think someone cursed us. Had to have been. Had to have been. The Saints Titans game, that made no sense. I don't know how you don't capitalize on multiple 3 interceptions from Tannehill to only end up with 16 points. You almost lost by field goals only. The only touchdown was by the Saints. The Titans almost pulled a Ravens with Justin Tucker, beating the Lions with only field goals. But then I saw something about how Vrabel decided to kick the field goal down 4 with around 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter instead of go for it. I don't know. That's a coaching thing. This game was back and forth with the Chargers choking it before halftime. How do you commit to pass interference on a deep pass down the field, which puts the other team in field goal range? You gave them an extra 3 points. Granted, I think the Dolphins would have won this thing anyway because they could not cover Tyreek Hill, who had over 200 yards receiving. Tua had over 450 yards passing. And, he looks great when he's not, getting concussed. The Eagles, no. Eagles, man, y'all started off strong because of your defense and everything, but y'all were really rusty on offense. Patriots almost came back, and if that receiver had dragged his foot, I think the Patriots win this one with a game-winning touchdown. Game of interest, football. Game of interest. The Seahawks did not. They started off strong at halftime, but then Aaron Donald in that defense. I forgot about Aaron Donald. I thought he retired in all honesty, but he's there, and Stafford's back. Even without Cooper Kupp, they got through that Seahawks defense. So yeah, I'll take that one. The Packers are who I thought they are. No, that's not the same. The Bears are who we thought they are because all that trash talking and they got blown out. Jordan Love looked great. The defense for the Packers looked great. Of course, it was going against Justin Fields. But I think Jordan Love is a good move for that Packers offense. And I think the Packers got another good one. Not going to lie. The Raiders beat the Broncos like I knew they would because the Broncos, they're just, I don't know. They say they look good on offense with Russell Wilson and everything, but starting the game off with an onside kick, it caught them off guard because there were no Raiders players near the ball when that ball was kicked. But you have to game plan for that. You have to tell everyone you're doing that. And this guy hits the ball. He could have got the ball if he had just waited 1 second for the ball to go 10 yards. Would have completely changed the game. Oh my gosh, the Cowboys, man. Y'all didn't need to do that, but you did. Giants got completely shut out. Blocked field goal for a return for a touchdown. Then you shanked the field goal later, so you go scoreless. I heard the announcers talking about how it was probably a bad snap or a bad hold. No, that kicker shanked it. And the Bills, Josh Allen, man, 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and a fumble. 3 interceptions to the same guy. Because he's looking down, he's trying to bank the big play instead of taking what's there for him. This is pretty much why they lost to the Bengals in the playoffs last year. Because he wants the big play, not what's in front of him. Guys referring to before he got Diggs, man. He's going back to that kind of Josh Allen. The Jets, congratulations to y'all winning that game. Sorry y'all lost Aaron Rodgers. I was looking forward to that. But that was week 1. Week 2. Tonight, we got the Vikings and the Eagles. Kirk Cousins, I don't think can play in prime time. And I think the Eagles will have cleaned it up. Now I'm moving on from that. The Packers versus the Falcons. I'm going with the Packers on this one. Packers have, as far as I'm concerned, have a better run and passing game than the Falcons. Because the Falcons seem to only rely on the run game, and then Desmond Ridder hasn't really shown. You're ignoring your receivers and Drake London and Kyle Pitts. Yeah, no. The Bills and the Raiders. Now, I want to expect that the Bills clean up their act, and I will pick them. But if they lose to the Raiders, you already know I'm picking the Ravens every time. It always seems like every time we go up against the Bengals, they can never go up against our fully healthy roster. I saw something that said like almost every team except the Bengals have suffered injuries week 1, and they still can only put up 3 points against the Browns. If we get a good pass rush on Joe Burrow, I think that's all it takes. Sacked Stroud 5 times week 1, so with a couple missed sacks at that point, they clean that up. Burrow's going to be on the ground more times than he's dropping back. But last year, this game was amazing. This year, it goes the Lions' favor. Last year, that game was the reason why the Lions missed the playoffs by half a game. Because if the Seahawks had lost to the Rams last year, with the Lions beating the Lions would have gone to the playoffs instead of the Seahawks. But the Seahawks won, so they automatically got their ticket in. But I got the Lions for that matchup. The Chargers, Austin Eckler might not be good to go. But the way Tannehill's been playing, if the Chargers choke this one, man, I don't even know. The Buccaneers over the Bears, because I don't see how Justin Fields is going to improve on that passing game against this team that shut down. Well, not shut down, but got to Cousins. And then it looked like the Vikings, I don't think the Buccaneers had a problem with the running game, so I got the Buccaneers. Now we got a divisional round rematch versus the Chiefs and the Jags. And they think Kelsey's going to be back. They got Chandler Jones back. Not Chandler Jones, Chris Jones. Chandler Jones is for the Cardinals, I believe. So, I don't know. I don't want to doubt Mahomes but there's no way it happens again if all the drops twice. So I got the Chiefs. Now we got Anthony Richardson versus CJ Stroud with the Colts and the Texans. The way the Colts played pretty well. The Texans, they were decent. So I'm going to give the edge to the Colts on this one. It could go either way. I'm not going to be too upset about that. The 49ers and the Rams. Now, I don't know if this is Brock Purdy's first time going against the Rams, and I'm too lazy to find out. But the way they played the Steelers, I think they can get the edge on that one. If it's a close game, cool. If not, oh well. Now, there's no way the Giants play like crap in Arizona. But Arizona played far better defensively than I thought they would. So I'm going to give the edge to the Cardinals. It'd be hilarious. And of course, with no Aaron Rodgers, you got Zach Wilson at quarterback. So while the Jets defense did do their thing against the Bills and Allen, I think Allen just made too many mistakes on his own part. I mean, yes, the defense for the Jets did make plays. They sacked him enough times. But the only turnover that really didn't matter was the arm punt. But I got the Cowboys. Dak just needs to take care of the ball. The Commanders and the Broncos, they have the Commanders as the underdog. And I'm trying to figure out how. Because the Broncos haven't shown me nothing. I got the Commanders. The Dolphins and the Patriots. I think speed wins in this game. And while Mac Jones did play well against the Eagles, I'm gonna give favor to the Dolphins on this. The Saints didn't play as well as I thought they would. So I'm gonna be the odd man out and pick the Panthers. I think Bryce Young turns it around this game. And then Monday night we got the Browns and the Steelers, and the Steelers are going from one crazy pass rush to another crazy pass rush. The first crazy pass rush limited them to 7 points. The next pass rush they're going up against limited the Bengals to 3. With their quarterback throwing for under 100 yards. I'm going to Browns. So let's say... I said 36, dang it. So that's my picks. I'm locked in.